Most people, first mistake is making decisions and living based on the person they are today. What I mean by that is, right, you need to be making your decisions from this point forward for the person you see yourself becoming or want yourself becoming a years from now. Stop living in the present. Like, stop living in the present. Like, y'all, people make decisions on based on what they what they feel like, right? What they feel like doing. Yeah, today I don't think I'm gonna go to the gym today. I go to the gym another day. When you look back on yourself, like those years, you like people say it all the time. People, especially older people, like how many people that you know that's like older than y'all that's been through more experience, like has more wisdom than y'all tell y'all, yo, I was bullshitting. How many people like you know or not know, but like people that you see write this on the internet, a random person off the street. How many people has told you, yo, take advantage of your youth and take advantage of your younger years? You know what I'm saying? I hear it all the time, bro. I hear it all the time. Stop living for your current self, please, because you're gonna regret it years later. Like, start living for someone, not even just yourself, but the people you will meet later in life, like the person, like the relationships you're going to have later on in life, whether you get kids, whether you get a wife, husband, you feel what I'm saying? And you're not at where you at all because you didn't do something years ago. Not just for yourself, but for your kids. Maybe you want to make more money for your kids. You want to be able to save up, for college, cars, stuff that they're going to need later on in life. And it's like, damn, how am I going to do this? I don't make enough money. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to be in positions like that. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want to be in a position where you can't take care of your family, your wife, or even yourself. To be honest with you, like it's really all about you. The people, the relationships after is just the icing on top. It's just the extras for yourself. This is for you and only, because this is your life and you're the one who's in control, bro. So, like, for example, right? When you wake up, I'm like, damn, why like nothing ain't going the way I want it to go? Like, why nothing is changing? It's because you're not choosing it to change. You're just so stuck on what's happening now. You're so stuck on, oh, when is that party happening on Saturday? When is that new GTA 6 coming out? Even though, hey, we will be playing it. Heads up, we will be playing it. Like, I will be streaming all that. But sorry, y'all. But get back to the jump. So you like, damn, like when that new Hellcat Durango, you know what I'm saying? You just talk about a bunch of nothing. You just not focused up doing nothing. You just focused on today. Yeah, yo, I think when I come back from work, bro, I'm gonna take me a nice little nap. And you keep doing it, becomes a habit. Remember, habits. I told y'all previous videos before, habits, those habits, they become bad habits, and then you're repeating them and repeating them and repeating them and repeating them, and then it's built in now. So it's hard to get rid of. So now you can be spending three weeks to a month trying to break out that habit. And not all the time you could break a habit in just a month or 3 weeks. Depending the person or depending the habit, it could take up to months to damn a year to break a certain habit, depending how deep you in. You feel what I'm saying? So when you wake up that morning and you like, yo, should I go to the gym today? You trying to do gym, you trying to work out, get your muscles and all that. So you can lift certain things, you can be strong, so that you could do certain things, carry stuff around. And it's like, all right, months later where you gotta move furniture, like you about to move in, right? You moving in, and you gotta move furniture, and you don't got nobody to help you for. You by yourself, and you can't lift up this couch, just a little bit. It's like you should have been working out. You should have been lifting. You should have been lifting. See what I'm saying? You like, damn, I wish I was a little bit stronger. I could probably get this up the steps. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you should be living for yourself in the future, because it's always going to be that one thing that pops up and you're like, damn, I wish I would have did this. Damn, I wish I would have did this. You know what I'm saying? Whether you got a credit card bill, right? And you sitting there bullshitting. You like, man, I'm just gonna pay the minimum. I'm just gonna pay the minimum. I don't got the money for right now to be paying all this back. Yo, that is gonna mess up your credit in the future. And you look it back and you're like, damn, I wish I would have gave them more money instead of just trying to keep all my money. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like little things. It's like the smallest things. Like those, I tell you all the time, those small things turn into the bigger things. Like whether you like I said, you work out, whatever, or you pursuing what you want to do in life, or even just like a hobby. You want to play basketball? Yeah, I go to the gym. I go to the gym tomorrow. I don't feel like it today. Oh, I go to the gym tomorrow. I don't feel like it today. Then you're gonna tell yourself when you really see yourself no chance of making it in the league. You like, damn, I wish I would have been working out for real. Now me, I was a big hooper. I was a very big on basketball when I was younger. And every day I think about ball, I'm like, damn, I wish during quarantine, I wish I would have been working out. I wish I would have took ball serious. I always tell myself that. So I could at least play college ball. College ball always been a thing for me. Like I always tell myself, damn, I wish I would have took ball seriously in high school, in middle school. I ain't take it serious. Like I had memberships to gyms. I had an uncle who was all American. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And like to this day, I'm like, damn, I wish I could at least play college ball or be some type of, main player in high school, like be a successful high school player at least. Be like the main guy, and all that. Just the regular thing, like stuff like that. And that's to tell you that like don't wait because you wanna have so much regrets, and a life with so much regrets is not a life you want to live. Imagine like passing one day and you like while you passing, you just think about all the regrets. It's like, yo, living with regrets is just one of the things you just don't want to do because it's on your shoulders. It's a weight on your shoulders you can never get off. Like, and I have a lot of older people in my life that tell me that they got regrets and it holds them down to this day. You do not want to have that because it's not even about, oh, are you having this in the future? It's just that fact that mind in your mind is like, yo, I wish I would have did all. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did this. You stressing about it because it's like, damn, you just stuck on the past and you can't even focus on what you got now and in the future, even your future self when you get older. You 30 and you thinking of your 40-year-old, your 50-year-old self. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about having those things on your shoulders throughout your entire life until you take your last breath. And it messes you up. I'm telling y'all, people who talk to me, like people, my neighbor talked to me about him not going to college. Like people, like it hurts people. So this video is literally saying, don't let that be y'all. Make that YouTube video. Go to that gym. Start thinking about that business. What are you gonna do? Stop living for right now, because especially if you're a younger person. If you're young like me, I'm 19. Like I said, I'm on this journey with y'all. Like, if y'all knew me personally, I'm very much one of these people. And this is what I'm trying to work on. Like, all these videos I make is what I'm trying to dedicate myself to. Every video I make on just self-improvement in general, I also am on this journey, which I also try everything in my part to improve. That's why I told you in my first video, these videos are like documents to myself. And for people who, like, I want to know people, some of my story too. Like, but I also want to help y'all too. I want to get stuff out there. I want to put things out there for people who may not, people who don't have people to tell them certain things. And I'm young. I'm young as shit. So I'm figuring it out. Like every day, a mistake comes, something hits me randomly, life just hits me randomly. I got a long way to go. And I'm gonna just keep making videos and I'm gonna be like locked in on this journey. Y'all, like in the first video I dropped after months of not, you know what I'm saying? I told myself, I sat down, I said, yo, this is video not in for me right now. Y'all could go back. It's time to lock in. I made a video, and it was basically about me saying, yo, this is for me in the future. I said, this video right now is not even a video, it's for right now, for y'all right now. This is a video to document where I'm at, the state I'm at, and months, years go past. I want you to go back in this video and watch this and see where I came from, where and point in time in the journey I came from, that I started documenting it. And y'all gonna see the progress. But besides that, right? I always tell y'all, sit and reflect. Think about what type, who do you want to be in 5 years from now? Not also who you want to be, who do you see yourself realistically? What do you see yourself as 5 years ago? The version you want to be, and how do you really see yourself, like, in a realistic light? You know what I'm saying? How do you actually feel you see yourself? You know what I'm saying? And compare the two. Not just with each other, but compare it to your situation right now. Compare it to the version of yourself right now. And see, how can you change that? How can you change, from the version right now to the version you think you're going to be? Compared to the version right now you want to be. And what's the differences? How can you change from one thing to another? Whether the version you see yourself is worse than where you're at right now or better. And the person you want to be, how far are you away from that? How can you achieve that? Because the person you want to be is always going to be the better, the highest. You know what I'm saying? That's your dream. Like, it's always going to be the highest. It's not going to be worse from now, because it's the person you want to be, your ideal version of you. Whether it's the money, the mentality, the mindset, the way of living. Like I said, you want a family and all that. You just want to have financial freedom. Like, what type of person do you want to be? I want you to actually sit and think, like, on some real stuff right now. Like, y'all gotta reflect, because if you don't reflect, then how can you better yourself? If you're not sitting there reflecting, thinking up game plans and saying, damn, how can I change this? How can I change myself? What can make me go full throttle and achieve and become the person I want to be? Sit and reflect. And not only that, not just 5 years, but throughout your entire life. Because 5 years, especially if you're young, 5 years is really not going, like, 5 years now. I'm going to be 24. So I'm going to still be young as hell 5 years from now. So depending on the age, it's not even just that, depending on your age, bro. 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20. Don't just even think about 5 years, but 5 years is the starting point. That's why I said 5 years. 5 years is the starting point. I wouldn't say 1 year, but if you do 1 year, you're going to expect too much. I feel like if I told y'all, yo, where you see yourself in a year, it's not really, because if you think about it, all right, I see myself doing this, and then the year passed, and you really see, like, yo, like, I didn't really do nothing. Like, yeah, that's gonna be a wake up call, but it's also not realistic. You're gonna be sitting there as, like, the months go past, and you're not really on track, and you feel like you behind. That's where that kills your motivation, and I don't want that for y'all. So we're gonna be more realistic and say 5 years. 5 years is a good enough time to change your life, and it's a small amount of time. You really think about it. It's a good enough time, but it's also a small amount of time. For 5 years it can be long to some people, but 5 years is really not shit, because high school went away like this in 4 years. And you feel what I'm saying? So the more realistic way I would put it is where you see yourself in 5 years. 1 year, if you really got big ambitions and you feel like you are ready to, like, just change completely in 1 year, which some people are not ready, physically and mentally ready for that. But if you really feel like, yo, I'm going to change myself in a year, then do that too. Like, I'm not saying don't think of yourself in a year from now. What do you want to be? But don't full on reflect and, like, where do I see myself in a year? Because I always say your time comes at everyone times come at different times. A year is not going to be it's not a lot of time for you to really change your life. For a year goes by quick. And depending the rate you work at, that's what I'm saying, because some people got different paces. So the rate that you work at, that year, you're not gonna have that much progress probably. So that 5-year mark is like, all right, what have you done? Where are you at? You feel what I'm saying? And then so on, 10, 20, 30, you feel what I'm saying? So think, reflect. Reflecting is the main thing of this video. Reflect, y'all. Please reflect. Do everything you do now, do it for yourself in the future and the people around you in the future. And that's the end of the video. Love y'all boys. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to see you on another one.